Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with my Let's Play of the GDI campaign for Command Conquer Remastered. So, last video we ended up covering Mission 9, which means that this video is dedicated to Mission 10, or the A variant of it. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we?
Attention. Stand by for Tiberium Dangers update. Tiberium is named after the Tiber River in Italy where it was first discovered. There are now more than 200 areas of the Earth affected by Tiberium deposits. Tiberium appears to be spreading by means of conveyance unknown.
Dr. Mobius, tell our viewers just what Tiberium really is.
Molecularly, it's a non-carbon-based element that appears to have strong ferrous qualities with non-resonating reversible energy that has a tendency to disrupt carbon-based molecular structures with inconsequent and unequal positrons orbiting on the first, second, and ninth quark rings.
Oh, is that good or bad?
Well, let me put it this way, Eddie. The possibilities of Tiberium are limitless.
Well, yes.
We now know that not only does Tiberium leach elements from the soil, but it appears to also leach vital nutrients from all plant life. Human contact with Tiberium is extremely toxic and often fatal. Exposure should be avoided.
Commander, you've been hustled. The UN wasn't against me. Not all of them, at least. But we had to play that little game to lull Kane into a false sense of security. I've unlocked some new UN funding. It should help take care of this madman for good. Morelli, we got some new toys for you. You've read the classified briefings about Orca, and here she is. I need you and Morelli to take a couple of these babies up and put them through the mill. Concentrate on a radius of 50 miles around Trieste, Slovenia, and see what you can scout up.
Alright, so we're finally going to be getting the Orca. That's nice. Again, I'm pretty sure this is not terrain that is realistic to, say, Europe, but I will. Whoops.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Knowledge.
So we'll actually want to head a little bit further east, in my experience,
Roger. Moving out. Unit moving out.
just to get into closer range with the Tiberium.
Building.
Unit reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Alright, we'll get ahead and build a refinery. Now we do have to be careful about the Nod sending artillery behind us here. There should be one or two artillery at some point spawning in and trying to flank us. That will be a problem. Speaking of problems, we are going to need to focus on finding
New construction options.
a way to deal with the Nod turrets.
Building.
So I do want to get 2 refineries up and running as quickly as possible. Go ahead and try to get this area cleared out so we can then
Construction complete.
actually yeah, I might as actually let's just get this little bit here and then we'll be golden. But then I'll be able to build a barracks, and then once that ooh, that's a problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Knowledge. Affirmative. Moving out.
Alright. Ooh.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Get that little bit of Tiberium right there. And we'll be able to build our there we go.
Building.
Yes,
Construction complete. New construction option.
We'll build a couple guard towers, but the real thing will be... Oh, actually,
On hold. Cancel.
since I just remembered, we could do that same old trick with the sandbags again that we've been doing before. We'll just center it here, so that way when the guard towers get built, they'll be right in front of the entrance there where they need to be.
Construction complete. Building.
That looks like a good spot.
Structure sold.
Now having two of these harvesters here means that we can actually pretty quickly
Construction complete.
get the resources we need
Building.
on the spot. But the good thing, by the way, about the helipads, they build pretty quickly, even though they take a lot of resources. I mean, they take, here you see, 11 seconds,
Construction
despite the guard
complete.
towers costing about a third and costing, or taking more time. Actually, though, we need a new power plant.
Cancelled.
So
Building.
we'll go ahead and build one of those, and then we'll actually get started.
Construction complete. Building.
Well, my plan is going to be to get at least 5 of these orcas in the air.
Yes.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
New construction option.
That'll allow us to
Building.
Yes. Acknowledge.
Insufficient
take out most of the
funds.
threats that are
Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
coming our way. Alright, so the good news is we can actually... Once we hit, I think, 3, we'll be able to take out this turret here, and then we'll be able to move on to the other turrets as well. And I'll use the Humvees to spot them.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Repairing.
I mean, technically you can do it with 2 orcas, but I prefer 3. Because with 2, you'll have to actually reload first before they'll be any good again.
Affirmative. 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 Moving out.
Okay, so we found another turret over here.
Acknowledge.
And we found, it looks like a choke point, so we can actually go ahead and move back.
Moving out.
If we get our sandbags, we can then send them all the way there,
Yes, sir.
which will mean we'll be able to set turrets up there as well. Oh, there's the enemy artillery.
Complete.
Yes. Yes, sir.
We'll just take out...
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving
We'll
out.
go ahead and land our goods. So now that we've gotten that settled, we can go ahead and start our little
Construction
tower
complete.
location.
Building.
Oh,
Waiting vehicle report. Yes,
Construction
sir.
complete. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
that works.
Repairing. Building.
So now that that's dealt with, let's go ahead and take out the
complete.
first turrets. We'll do
Building.
this.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Building.
Oh, that's a problem.
Construction complete.
It's a problem that I am prepared for.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Actually, wait.
Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Unit moving out. Unit reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Unit report. Yes, sir.
So yeah, rocket troopers are
Yes, sir.
a threat to us, but... And so are SAM sites and anything else that can fire rockets, so that is a problem. But essentially,
Building.
most of the stuff that we'll be going up against can't really shoot
Construction
back.
complete.
Now this is going to be a... Now, taking out the enemy base is going to be a little bit of a problem,
Construction complete.
but I have actually found a weakness that I can really
Construction
heavily
complete.
exploit.
Building. Construction complete.
So we'll go ahead and take out this turret right here. We'll then move on to that turret right after. That gives us
Construction complete.
perfect position to then build our turrets,
Construction complete.
or no, our watchtowers.
Building. Construction complete.
And that completely cuts off the two areas that the enemy will have to attack us from.
Complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Waiting order.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
And that should about do it. Now we can build our towers.
Building. Structure sown. Structure sown. Structure sown. Construction complete. Building.
Unit reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
So they are actually shooting at us, so that is a problem.
Affirmative. Got it.
Repairing.
Ready to advance. You got it.
Well, they did take out the tower, but that's fine. I can just rebuild it. And then we can go ahead and actually get our move on with the repair facility. Will heal up our two Humvees in particular.
Construction
From there on out, it's just going to be a cakewalk.
building.
Unit
I could build more of these Orcas, but really, unless I might actually use them just to go after enemy harvesters or something, but I don't think that'll be that necessary.
awaiting order. Moving out.
Basically, at this point, all I need to do is get myself an APC, some bazooka guys, and then eventually some engineers after that, and we'll be able to actually take quite a bit of the enemy base.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
We'll repair that Orca first.
Construction complete.
Should I build a weapons factory? Yes.
Insufficient funds.
Unit reporting. Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack.
And tank deleted.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Unit reporting.
Alright, so that is dealt with. So we can now... I mean, at this point, the mission is going to be... Once I get in... Because I know exactly the weak spot of the enemy base, so all I have to do is just show you how to do that. And we should be absolutely golden.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Unit report. Affirmative.
Okay, hopefully the next one will allow us to actually build the weapons factory, which means that we will finally be able to get ourselves some good old-fashioned APCs. And once that's done, we'll be able to just simply move them down south. First I'll get some rocket troopers, which will allow us to create a little hole in the enemy's defenses. I know exactly where to go on that.
Insufficient funds.
Yeah, I know the funds are a little bit low, but it shouldn't be much of a problem once I get rolling.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Affirmative.
Cool.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged.
So we'll just find all the stuff that's firing at us, and that'll be perfect. It'll essentially... Oop,
Moving out. Moving out.
come on.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
So we found most of the enemy defenses in this valley here. There might be one or two more left, but that should really be about it. But here's the good news. We can also pick off some of these tanks.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Repairing.
Vehicle reporting. Unit reporting. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is an artillery piece. That is going to have to go really quick.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Alright, artillery piece has been dealt with.
Moving out. Unit reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
And that's been dealt with.
Vehicle moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Maybe I should actually go ahead and just get an extra refinery just to speed things up a little bit.
Unit reporting. Moving out.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirm. Yes, sir.
Anyways, I'll go ahead and start picking off these guys. Threat removed. And once that's done,
Reporting.
the good news is the weak spot also gives us easy access to the enemy weapons or airstrip, sorry, as well as some of their silos, which will be chocked full of Tiberium. So when we capture the silos, we get tons of money, of course. So that's another turret down. I'm counting at least 4 more covering the valley here.
Affirmative.
But I'm sure there's likely another 5th one or something somewhere.
Repairing.
Yes, sir.
The good news is these
Acknowledged.
Orcas don't actually require cash to rearm, so... Good.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
How do I want to play it? Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and get the Grenadiers first. Or not the Grenadiers, the Rocketeers. Their goal is going to be to... Actually,
Unit
wait.
Ready.
Moving out.
Building.
Unit reporting out.
First, I make sure that the area is clear with my reconnaissance units.
Moving out.
Insufficient funds.
Once that particular turret is dealt with, we'll be able to, of course, move on and...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Reporting. Reporting. Moving out.
Unit ready.
Unit reporting.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Perfect.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative.
Alright, so we found what looks like the edge of the cliff here. That's where the Nod base is.
Moving out.
They do have Tiberium right next to them, which is a bit of a problem.
Acknowledged.
There's also a Tiberium... Oh, that's an artillery piece.
Moving out.
Actually,
Yes, sir. Waiting
I'm
order.
pretty sure we can lure the artillery piece in so we can take it out quickly. That'll save us quite a few headaches, I think.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we are now in a position where we can actually...
Building.
Yes. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative.
Unit.
Moving
Ooh,
out.
that's another tank attack coming in.
Building.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Sorry if you can hear a train in the background.
Unit reporting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Okay, so...
Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledge. Moving out.
That's another tank dealt with.
Moving out.
Unit
Acknowledge.
ready.
Moving out.
Building.
We'll be able to build another engineer real quick.
Yes, sir.
And we can take this tank out real quick as well.
Insufficient funds.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Unit ready.
Moving out.
That was the enemy obelisk of light.
Unit lost.
Don't know what I
Moving
lost.
out.
Unless they're talking
Unit
about...
ready.
Okay, I think they were just talking about
Moving
the...
out.
Building.
Vehicle reporting out.
Well, we can at least build another APC real quick while we wait on the enemy Rocketeers to show up.
Unit reporting.
Construction
Acknowledge.
complete.
Moving out.
Building.
Build another light scout.
Moving out. Yes, sir. You got it. Yes, sir.
They'll make it quicker to at least take out...
Construction complete.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
We'll build another helipad and then... or no, another power plant. And from here, we'll go ahead and just get the
Construction
communications center.
Building.
That should enable us to relatively quickly
Vehicle reporting.
be able to spot what's going on on the map here.
Moving out.
All right, so
Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir. Reporting. You got it. Moving out.
once it's built, I'll then commence the attack.
Construction complete.
Excellent.
Ready and waiting out.
No, don't. No, 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 no. He's trying to run my dudes over.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
And they're sending artillery our way.
Moving out.
That's beautiful. Okay.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
We'll fall back and we will try to get their artillery to follow us, which they are.
Vehicle reporting out. Affirmative. Yes,
But the fact that the enemy artillery is actually going to be following us
unit reporting. Yes,
should make our task a little bit easier in what we're about to do.
acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Unit
Waiting orders.
lost.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Unit reporting out.
Okay, there they are.
Yes, sir. Unit reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
We should be able to take out these two artillery piecemeal, which actually means we should even be able to make a mad dash for the base,
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
because I think that's the big issue, is that sometimes the artillery will try taking out your engineers once you create the opening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we are in the position now where we can finally make our big push. Alright. I will go ahead and build a couple more light scouts, just in case I need them again for some reason. But what I'll really want to build is a
Construction
barracks so I can
complete.
quickly start pumping out
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
engineers and whatnot as soon as the
Affirmative.
situation calls for it. Okay, I got really lucky the fact that the harvester was not able to actually
Moving out.
kill any of these guys, so
Got it.
just take this dude out and then we'll be able to get a move on.
Got it.
Good, good.
Not a
Oh god, no.
Lost. Unit lost.
You've got to be kidding me. My attack failed because a couple of darn flamethrowers got it at the worst possible time.
Cancelled.
Ugh.
Building.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Unit reporting. Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Moving out.
So close.
sir.
Oh.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Moving out.
Actually, we want you to start gathering stuff from over there.
Unit
Building.
report. Yes, sir. Waiting.
No,
Moving
get
out.
back, get back, get back. That's a good way to get hit.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting order. Moving out.
Actually, fall back.
Unit
Moving out.
ready.
Moving out.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting order.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Problem solved. Are you kidding, game? Get out of there.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Our base is under
Vehicle
attack.
reporting. Unit reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Unit
Building.
reporting. Moving out.
Insufficient
Reporting.
funds.
Roger. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Actually, I think we can kind of pull it off this time. If we can just get our engineers to just take that position without actually, this time, aggroing the enemy army, we should be able to just swoop in, take some of the silos real quick.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged.
It's very important we don't shoot at the enemy harvesters this time.
Reporting. Roger. Affirmative.
No, game, no!
Moving out. Affirmative.
Oh, God.
Roger. Roger. You got it. Moving out. Moving out.
Yep, they are coming after him.
Unit
Ready and waiting.
lost.
Affirmative.
Nod building captured.
Actually, I'm in a position where I can sell this.
Moving out.
Unit ready.
Away, sir.
Come on, get over to the construction yard. We can sell that real quick and make a pretty penny.
Nod building captured.
Or we could actually build a barracks here.
Building. Unit ready. Construction complete. Cancel. Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Unit lost.
They still haven't noticed that I actually have.
Unit ready. Building.
That's actually pretty good news.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Alright, so we will go rush in real quick.
Unit lost.
That's why we don't go after that particular batch of Tiberium.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir.
I still have a plan though. Once I get in position, what I'll do is I'll just...
Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Unit reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Waiting order. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Nod building
Roger.
captured.
Reporting.
Our base is under attack.
Roger. Ready and waiting.
Nod building
Moving out.
captured. New construction options. Nod building captured. Nod building captured.
Yeah, okay.
Primary building selected. Building. Repairing. Unit ready.
Good away, sir. Moving out.
Building. Unit lost. On hold. Cancel.
Solid. Moving out.
Alright, the good news is we can actually...
Nod building captured. Structure sold. Unit lost. Building.
build a guard tower.
Unit lost. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Primary building selected. Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Nod building captured. Structure sold. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building. Our base is under attack. Nod building captured. Unit ready. Structure sold. Unit lost. Nod building captured. Building. Nod building captured. Unit ready.
Yes, moving out. Rod. God. Rod. Good away, sir. Moving out.
Nod building captured.
Yeah. Okay.
Building. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Primary building selected. Insufficient funds.
Ready and wait. Good away, sir.
Building. Unit lost.
God.
Unit ready.
Morning. Yes.
Unit lost.
Yes.
Once we deal with this SAM site here, we can then finish off this turret, then proceed to do the same thing to that turret.
Unit report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. 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 Not a problem.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready. Our base is under attack.
Morning. Yes.
Building.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Not a
Building.
problem.
Unit ready. On hold.
Yes, sir.
Cancelled. Building.
Alright, let's go ahead and sell this.
Structure sold.
Ready and wait. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Roger.
Nod building captured.
That's another one under our belt.
Yes. Yes, morning. Morning, yes. Ready and wait. Good away, sir. Morning. Moving out. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Knowledge. Affirmative. Got it.
Unit lost.
Waiting. Yes, sir. You got it.
Repairing. Building.
Morning. You got
Unit.
it.
Now all we have to do is just finish off what's
Building.
left.
Unit ready.
Morning. Moving out.
Simple enough.
Moving out. Vehicle report knowledge. Waiting order. Reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative.
And this should about do it.
Mission accomplished.
There we go. So, yeah, once you find that weak spot, the mission actually becomes rather easy, in my opinion. It did take us a little while, but that's perfectly fine as far as I'm concerned. But in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.